A claps.
Hey T Squad, it's me Keisha, and I'm here with this week's All Tea All Shade Baddies East Season 4 Episode 17 review. Now before we kick this thing off, I got some behind the scenes tea from a T Squad member months ago about what allegedly really happened between Scotty and Natalie, and I'll get to that when we get to that part of this review. So we pick up where we left off last week with Smiley sick, having a seizure. She's out of it, like she's like literally in and out, drowsy. She's throwing up, she's spitting up, and she's calling for her son, and it's just a lot going on. She got globs of spit coming out of her mouth. At this point, you have EMT workers and production. They have her in a wheelchair so they can get her to the hospital. At some point, she falls out of the wheelchair and she's seizing and everything. And Taseki and Anna are like, she faking, she lying, da-da-da-da-da. And so Smiley ends up going to the hospital, right? Now, I'm going to be honest with y'all. On last week's episode, I know I didn't do a review, but I was watching it and I was thinking, is this real? Is this fake? What is going on? And it's sad that you even have to question it. But that whole miscarriage situation really had me looking at this girl like, she is a liar. She does put on stunts and shows, because I just feel like a normal person would have went home after something like that. Like, forget a show. Like, it's not that deep. You could have came back next season. I don't know. Like, it was just weird to me. And then to find out that she don't even drink like that, hasn't drank like that this whole time on the show. And then all of a sudden, you just knocking down shots back to back to back to back to back out of nowhere. Not prompted. You just doing it on your own. That's just like me drinking like that. I don't drink. Everybody knows I do not drink. So that's just like me all of a sudden just taking shot after shot after shot. People gonna be looking like, what is going on with you? Like, huh? Because it's so abnormal. So I can understand why certain people thought that she was faking, because you just don't know what to think when it comes to Smiley, because she is a scammer. So now, mind you, this week, E.T. said that Smiley had taken a pill from somebody in that car. She doesn't know who, but allegedly the girl took a pill. Now, I don't know. So at this point, E.T. want to fight Smiley. Taseki want to fight Smiley because they feel like she faking and stuff. Natalie tells the girls that this is serious. Like, y'all need to chill with the fake talk. Like, this girl is really messed up or whatever. We got to take this seriously. So she asks the girls what happened. Sky tells her what happened on the way there. And then we get Smiley at the hospital. Now, as soon as she gets to the hospital and they lay her down on the stretcher, she starts coming to. Now, I'm just going to be honest with y'all. That's a little bit suspect that she was doing all of that. Then as soon as you get to the hospital, now everything is like coming to for you. So she's asking the doctors where she at, how she get there, where her son, she want her son. They telling her she has seizures. And then she says that's normal for her to have seizures. She can't drink. Okay, so they were like, well, how many drinks did you have? She's like, I took 7 shots. And they like, 7? So this is what I'm getting. And this is what I'm thinking. She knows that she's not supposed to drink because she has seizures. She can seize. And she did it anyway. And I feel like she did it for a moment. She did it for a moment. She was really seizing. She was really throwing up. She was really doing all of that stuff. But she did it on purpose to have a moment. And that's psychotic to me. That is pure psychoticness to me. You literally came out your mouth and said to the doctors, this is normal. I have seizures. I can't drink. I'm not supposed to drink. But you did it anyway. And then you did it anyway out the blue. Yeah, you did it on purpose. And that's weird. Like, it's something wrong with that girl. It really honestly is. So back with the girls, Natalie tells Suki and Bobby Lights what happened and that the other girls think that Smiley is faking. Roelly has gone off by herself because the whole situation with Smiley really upset her. We then go back to the hospital. Smiley is demanding to leave. She don't like the hospital. She want to go. She want to go. She want to go. She want to go. Once again, I would think if you've had 2-3 seizures back to back, you would want to really stay and get treatment. But no, she doesn't. Like that girl is get her off my television screen, please. So the girls find Roelly, and she says that she was so upset because her dad actually passed away from having seizures. He had been having seizures her whole entire life. So she was like, I've never seen anybody seize like that before. It didn't look real to her, and she didn't end up wanting to blow up on Smiley. So she left. And she was like, I've told you girls in the past that I deal with depression, and, I'm going through a lot of stuff right now. So everybody's really sympathetic towards her, even Suki or whatever. So Natalie gets all the girls together to go eat because everybody's starving. So by the time they get there, we hear Natalie saying, I'm tired of people playing with me. I'm tired of being made to look like a fool, because production has told her that Smiley left the hospital. As soon as she got there, she rose from the dead and everything was all right, child. So Natalie is heated. They get into the restaurant and everything is fine. Everybody laughing and talking. The crew put down the cameras for a minute to take a break, and all HE double hockey sticks broke loose. Natalie and Scotty got into it because Natalie didn't like that Scotty was getting her food first. She had got her food first, started eating, and then ordered some more food, got it before everybody else. And Natalie felt like she was doing too much. She was trying to be funny, I guess. She says Scotty know what she be doing. Like, she be getting ahead of herself. And she feels entitled, okay? Which is weird to me. Like, how you mad that my food came before everybody else's? I can't control that unless it's some more stuff going on that we don't know about. And so this bit of tea was sent to me, like I said, months ago from a T Squad member. And it was in a comment section, I believe, of somebody else's video where the T Squad member screenshotted this and sent it to me. But I've never even read the whole thing. I just saved it in my phone for this day. So I'm reading this at the same time y'all finding out about this. So whoever said this in the comment section underneath this other YouTuber's video, they said basically Scotty confided in Stunner Girl about the situation with Lemmy, giving her the clap. Allegedly, he got the clap while sleeping with Razor. Her confiding in Stunner was a cry for help, since Natalie is aware of the situation but turns a blind eye because pimping Scotty to Lemmy is how she keeps some control on Lemmy. But Scotty got ahead of herself and tried to steal him from Janisha. When Stunner blasted him, he knew it was Scotty who told Stunner, and this is the real reason Natalie fought her in Jamaica. Now, you remember, Stunner Girl was a part of the show for the first episode, and then she disappeared. She said it was a bunch of weird stuff going on and that Lemmy was trying to talk to the girls and all this type of stuff. Now, this is verbatim what Stunner Girl said. The person goes on to say Lemmy stopped paying Scotty's rent for her place in LA after the trip to Jamaica. Scotty does OF but doesn't promote it. Oh, OnlyFans, but doesn't promote it publicly. More tea. Natalie is smashing some of the security. Roelly pays security to smash. Lemmy's right-hand man, the fat dude you see occasionally, slept with E.T. twice. Now, Roelly has come out and said she ain't have to pay nobody to smash her. She's actually dating one of the bodyguards. Don't know which one it is, but that's her man, child. The person also went on to say that, remember Razor? She slept with Lemmy as well, and that's why Scotty didn't like her. Lemmy was trying to sleep with T, but T has a boyfriend and didn't want him, and that's why Scotty doesn't like her. T is from a Zeus insider who spilt it all in the comments on the Baddies sub Reddit. Okay, so this is where this comes from. So I'm gonna be honest with y'all. I do believe that it's some freaky business going on over there with Lemmy and these other girls. It was funny to me that T kept on getting special treatment. And I was wondering why she wasn't staying at the house with the girls. She was staying in a hotel. She wasn't riding with the girls. She was very much getting special treatment. And I found that to be very, very odd. You know what I'm saying? And I can see him catering to her because he probably found her to be attractive. I hope that's not what's going on over there at Zeus, because, you know, that's a conflict of interest, and, you know, you preying on talent. Lawsuits could come about with that. Like, that's some weirdo behavior. If y'all don't know, Lemmy and Janisha, the girl that hosts the reunions, that's his longtime girlfriend. She's beautiful. She's educated. She is stunning. She's also a producer on all of the Zeus shows. So she has stake in the companies. Okay. So yeah, y'all take that. T, run with it. Let me know what y'all think about it. And do you think that that plays into what really was going down between Natalie and Scotty? Because arguing over who was served first, that sounds dumb. So Natalie is getting all up in Scotty's face. Everybody just sitting around looking like y'all supposed to be best friends. Why y'all sitting up here fighting each other? Like, this is weird. Like, what type of friends do this to each other? Natalie ended up mushing her in the face and mushing her down on the table. Scotty kicking her legs and kicks Natalie like in the chest stomach area. Security breaks them up. They steady arguing, and Natalie saying, I keep getting played. And like I said, why would you be saying that you keep getting played when it has to do with your bestie being served first? It's more to the story than what we saw. It has to be. So Natalie is all up in Scotty's face. Scotty pretty much is just standing there. She don't want to fight her. She doesn't want to take it there, but obviously she gets tired next week on next week episode, and they end up banging for real. They're back besties, of course, right now in real life. While they're arguing, Mariah is spotted on camera looking dead at Natalie and says it's giving weird about Scotty. And Suki is standing right next to her and peeped game and was like, you need to mind your business. This they business, they friends, you need to stay out of it. And it was giving me very much Mariah was kissing Natalie butt, trying to be in the circle pretty much. So her and Mariah get to arguing back and forth, and Natalie tells production to bring Smiley in. Smiley comes in, and Natalie was saying she was faking, and she like, what are y'all talking about? I don't even remember what happened. Taseki confronts her, and she want to fight her, but she looks so pathetic. She just tells her, you need to leave. And so Smiley is getting ready to leave, and Natalie tells her, no, come back. So she comes back in, and E.T. decides to pour water all over the top of her head. And that's when Suki had it. And Suki was like, y'all bees is weird and I'm out. And I agree, because regardless if she's faking or not, she's still a human being. And that's degrading and it's embarrassing. And she still is a person at the end of the day. Like, y'all just doing too much at this point. Like, ain't nothing entertaining about it. It made my stomach quiver. Like, it made me nauseous, like, to see grown women acting like this. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is that it was just gross. And a lot of stuff that we see on Zeus is gross, but it was just doing too much at this point. So Suki says to Natalie, I ain't effing with y'all. It's disrespectful. At the end of the day, that's a woman. You're yelling in her face. Let her leave. That's bullying. And then she turns to her friend and says, Sapphire, you know I don't play that weird A-ish. She got a son. E.T., you corny SF for what you did. And I agree. Like, E.T. always getting into something. Just like Mariah. Like, girl, we get it. You're here. We've seen you fight. You don't have to jump into every argument and altercation. Like, you doing too much. Way too much. You need to be concerned with them shark tail teeth of yours in your mouth, girl. and that raggedy concrete skin. So E.T. arguing back with Suki, and Roelly at some point jumps up and was like, don't threaten my friend. Why is you jumping into it? This is a one-on-one situation. You didn't have no business jumping into this situation with Suki. Suki was not talking to your big ass. Like, I used to love me some Roelly, but now she's just annoying, and she is on some bullying type time too. She needs to go somewhere and heal and get her life in order. Cause you done did all this body work and I ain't seen not 1 ounce of fat leave your body since you got your body done. Like, you look the same, bro. Like, I need to see a drastic difference in the way you look by the time we get to this reunion, because you was still as big as a house. And I didn't like that. I didn't like her jumping in and going at Suki. So now her and Suki arguing, and Suki was like, Roelly says to Suki she not gonna hit her because she knows it's in her contract. So basically, Suki had put in her contract that I guess she wasn't supposed to get hit or something like that, or she wasn't gonna fight or whatever. But they end up fighting. So from what I saw, of course, Roelly won. She's way bigger than this girl. So yeah, she did dominate her from what I saw towards the end of the episode. But now I'm looking at her best friend Sapphire like, how you letting this girl jump in an argument that didn't have nothing to do with her, and you Suki best friend? Like, as soon as Roelly jumped in, you should have been jumping in, and you just stood there and let it happen? Huh? And y'all supposed to be best friends? What's that about? You don't even know these girls like that. You ain't got no loyalty, allegiance to none of them. Like, they're back cool right now in real time, and she said that if anybody stepped to Suki at the reunion, it's up. But nah, you should have had that energy on the show. Like, I don't understand how Suki forgave her for that one, because like that's fugazi to me. Like, wow. Because after I fought Roelly, I would have fought her too, because like ain't no way. Like, just trifling. Ugh. Overall, though, I'm going to give this week's episode of Baddies a B+. It was entertaining, even though there was a lot of gross behavior going on. Y'all let me know what y'all thought about it down below in the comment section. Make sure to thumbs up this video, like and subscribe, and hit that notification bell button. I love you guys, and I'll see you on the next video. Bye.